What is going on, everybody? We're getting right into it here. This is USM versus Husson. This is the quarterfinal game, I think, for ECAC. Starting off on Lijiang Tower, we've seen USM play this a few times. I think this was their pick. That Brig Shield's giving me a headache. And normal lineup today. All the usual players. Looks like they're all playing their usual characters too.
Nobody runs.
See what they're up to. Looks like we got different tanks here. Ophelia usually plays Ramatra. I actually find the Junker Queen pick interesting. I didn't notice that. It works out so far. Pick's going the way of USM. Just these last two players to find. Trilobite lagged out there for a second, I think. Clean first fight, USM, no one dying there. So I don't really know what to expect from Husson. I quickly checked ranks beforehand. It looks like USM's at least better rank-wise. But that doesn't always mean everything, so we'll see. USM has been undefeated this season, though, if I'm not mistaken. They're definitely a force to put up with. Couple trades here going back and forth. So once again, looks like the fight goes the way of USM. Is it a boot kill to finish? Yep. I wish I was spectating Ophelia there. I missed it, unfortunately. The spectating system is just not good for Overwatch, sadly. It's not easy to change between players. But USM now, they got their ults charged. They probably have the advantage coming to this next fight. A good amount of percentage, too. There's the Bob to delay some. Although Husson can just focus that. It forces out the lamp at least. I mean, that's some usage. I'll bet might be caught in this. He's gonna have to. Yeah. Bow goes down. Trilobite and the response there. Oop, the whole little bit trigger happy, I think. That's both supports, I believe, though. Should be USM's point to take. Just the tank left. Clean first map, USM. Not giving up a single percentage there.
Score 1-0.
They make them all as big as you where you come from.
Nah, I was a special order.
Terrence speaks so many different languages. I have decided to learn them all.
Pretty great numbers around the board there for USM.
3, 2, 1.
See if Husson's got a little more fight to show this point. I don't know why. I thought Lijiang was one of USM's bans, but I'm like 90% sure they picked this. I saw them type it in chat, so kind of interesting. The Zarya pick here. Very interesting. Ophelia's low, but Junker Queen survivability can be ridiculous if you play it right. There we go. I think there's even a recent nerf, but doesn't seem to matter too much. USM once again winning the opening fight. I don't think they lost anyone, I believe, so another very clean first fight. See Trilobite. Oh, he tries to go for that. He might be in trouble. No, his team's here. All good. Low run actually finding two. Just shredding through that Zarya bubble, doesn't even matter. Already 2 fights going the way of USM. Decent charge towards the ults. Unknown Bow almost getting caught out by the Bastion there. Trilobite maybe can punish for it, but doesn't look like it. They force out Lamp. Ooh, that Reaper ult looked like it could have been huge. Does some damage at least. USM should be all good here. Actually losing one of the supports. Unknown Bow needs to be careful. Finally they get the tank down. Probably the closest fight we've had yet, but still USM coming up on top with a lot of people alive. Plenty of ults still. I don't think Husson's used any yet. I could be wrong, but I think they're gonna have all 5. But we'll see if they even have a retouch. They got oh, they have the TP. There it is. Now we're just gonna see a crazy ult fight. Everything getting popped right now. How do you even see what's on your screen at this point? But through it all, USM, I think maybe coming out on top. Does look like it. Lijiang goes to USM. Clean 2-0. Not giving up a single percentage on either maps there. Overwatch matches can be so quick, it's funny. Especially those control point ones. This is just a BO3 as well. Looks like Husson wants a 10 mid, so after this play, at least we get to see that clip that I wasn't able to spectate for. Yeah. Looks like Husson's asking for 10, so I will be right back in 10 minutes. Alright, we are back. Score is currently 1-0, USM with a pretty quick win over on Lijiang, so let's see what they can do in Midtown. I don't know if I've seen them play this map before. I might just be misremembering, but I don't know. If they have, it's probably only been once, so be interesting to see. This is Husson's pick. I actually don't know. I somehow forget if this is a BO3 or a BO5. Is anyone watching who knows? Please let me know because I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we're match point currently or not. Anyways, still on the Zarya for Husson, and I think we have Ramatra now over for USM. Looks like they're playing this pretty standardly, trying to hold on to that high ground as long as possible. They're actually kind of forced off though. That was a problem for USM. Both teams with everyone on low health. And USM just barely coming out on top there. Trilobite putting major damage. Oh, actually didn't have the support. But it's all good. I think it's just the tank up for Husson. USM can just regroup. And so far, 3 out of 3 first fights have gone the way USM. I think that's pretty standard on this choke. I always found this one kind of hard to push through. But actually Husson's through already. USM in a little bit of a unfortunate timing, I guess, on that regroup. Oh, but the tank going down there. That's probably gonna be plenty. USM just shreds through the rest of the team. Back to the high ground, so Husson's pretty much now at square one. USM has slightly better ult charge. Lower run actually doesn't have, I don't know, he must have popped? I guess I missed it. I'm not sure what happened there. But Trilobite's got that Death Blossom now. See, maybe he plays for some kind of drop down. I guess what he's looking for, he's tempted. Forced off. There's the Blizzard. USM has to be careful of that, but Trilobite sneaking up behind him. There's the counter Death Blossom. I don't think it's gonna matter. USM coming out on top for sure. I think that was Selmoltz for Husson down as well, so USM's sitting in a pretty good position now. Under a minute 30. I like that play from Husson's Reaper there, trying to force USM to fall back from the choke by going to point. It actually looks like it's working out really well. They just pop some ults. And finally, for the first time this series, we see Husson come out on top in a fight. We know they're capable now. That could be their lifeline. It was not looking great, but that was a very strong push from them. USM still with their ults. They decided not to blow them, so should have advantage in this next fight. Sim gets that opening pick there. They're just gonna aggress off of that. I like that call a lot. Maybe they see both the bubbles get used for the Zarya as well, so just hold W into them. That's what they do. And again, they don't have to pop any ults, so things are looking pretty good. 2 minutes on the board. I think this point's a little bit tough as Reaper this section of the map is a little bit tough as Reaper sometimes. Especially if you're playing this high ground. Reaper's just such a close range character. So we'll see how Trilobite plays this. If he plays down low, he's kind of going to be solo. There's the Juno ult coming out of USM. They probably don't want to just jump into that BAP. Just hold the corner here. Jay going down. I think we're down 2 for USM, if I'm not mistaken. That Death Blossom, it's a good try, but there's 5 targets there. And Ophelia just buying a little bit more time going down. A couple strong fights out of Husson. Things are finally looking a little bit competitive. We'll see if this fight goes the way of Husson. It's very possible they bring it all away. This is probably the hardest point. Ophelia's buying time, but it's kind of looking rough. Bob as well, maybe. But there's the Nano and the Zarya. It's going to be so much damage. Unknown Bow trying to out-heal it, but yeah, that's just not doable. And Jay's going to have a lot of work on point here to stay alive. Actually, the Bastion doesn't see him. Jay actually putting in that work, exactly what we needed there. That's 10 seconds on the board. Somehow I fully thought that was Husson's fight to win. But they're not even gonna get touch here. No way Anna's getting that touch. And that's a solid hold. Very unforgiving to lose that fight. Because like I said, Husson makes it to that choke. They get the extra time and I think they go all the way, but the fact that they don't win that fight just barely makes me think that this is probably going to be USM's map as well. We'll see, does USM switch up the roster at all? Probably not. We've seen this be their main comp for pretty much the entire season. Couple switches here and there on tank, but for the most part, just playing the same characters.
One small step
Oh,
at a
and as I
time.
say that, Mauga. The new Mauga buffs. I don't know if he's... Okay, never mind. I'm getting baited. I would love to see more ball gameplay. We got a couple minutes of that on Eichenwald last time, but it's wishful thinking.
I'd be a little embarrassed. I better not see your face in my neck of the woods.
Are you afraid I'll free your servant?
Lay one finger on Bob and I'll show you what fear means.
It's crazy. You can see the healing numbers for Husson are actually quite a bit higher, but it doesn't matter. I mean, that's just because USM's putting out more damage, not because the healers are necessarily doing better.
We will kick up a dust storm.
Again, USM's looking super solid all around on that scoreboard. And there actually is a Mauga on the other team. Interesting. Wonder if that's a Ramatra counter. I'm not really sure. USM opting for the high ground push here. Honestly, don't know how this map flows. I assume this is a common way to go, but feels like it's so difficult with that tiny choke point. All they need is one pick though, and there you go on the tank of all players. USM steamrolling there. Again, just their damage output. Somehow making out of that choke. There's just no way to out-heal that. And we see Husson on double main heal as well, like sometimes can be a questionable play. I mean, support can really do a lot of damage if you play it right, if you play the roles right. So playing double main heal sometimes is just like, I don't know, not the best way to go. USM now with 5 minutes and not too much distance to go. Interesting, no, not to trigger the rally there, but I guess it's not needed. So I take back my word. Ophelia goes down, but the rest of the team pulls up. And yeah, honestly, I like the call not to use it because we're right here. End is right around this corner. USM has both support ults. Ooh, Death Blossom could be big. Unknown Bow gets the ult out just in time, but actually that's not good. He and Ophelia both go down to that Death Blossom. It's another down a pretty important ult. Still rally in their pocket, still Ramatra's ult. Oh, Trilobite that anti. That hurts. Thought he could maybe get one more shot off and then TP away. Jay actually calls rally there. Oh, Ramatra ult too, that's why. Maybe a couple of fights not played to perfection from USM, but it's okay.
Just try again.
Still plenty of time on the board, and they've been playing super solid overall, so nothing really to worry about. They can just recharge their ults. I think they win one fight, and then maybe Husson has like a retouch. But I think one fight is really all they need, so just probably build up the ults here. We see the Ana come out. Now's the time to do it. They did just use their support ults, so good time to switch. Trilobite opting to stay in that fight, that's an interesting call. Oh, honestly could have paid off if the Mauga didn't drop down, but actually USM coming out on top regardless. And they sweep through that fight. There you go, they win the one fight. Husson has the retouch. They actually have a pretty solid retouch too. They have some players here. But Ophelia can just sit in the back line here. Oh, the sleep though. Kills are all over the place right now. Oh, huge kill from lower on. The Trilobite as well. Both supports down for Husson. That should be game. And it definitely is. USM. 2-0 and possibly the series. I apologize that I don't know off the top of my head. I think that's the series. I will just wait and see into the lobby for a second. Make sure we're not going on to a third map. Lower run has some pretty ridiculous damage numbers there. Okay, looks like it is a best of 5 because once again, Husson's taking a 10-minute. I'm glad I didn't just leave the lobby. So we will go third map. Now we're on series point. USM 2-0 currently, and I will be back again in 10. Alright, here we go. On to the third match. USM's currently at 2-0, so that's going to be series point. And on Esperança, which we've seen them play a few times. And last time we saw them play, they rolled pretty hard. They almost won every single fight. Let's see what they can do this time. Same comp as they played last time as well. JQ for tank. You see the soldier coming out. That's super interesting. Don't think we've seen that from Husson yet. Oh, we got a pause coming out. Not sure what's going on there. Oh, tech pause. I don't know how tech pauses work for Overwatch. It's so much weirder than Valorant because the fights are just like... I don't know, the fights are just always happening, like 24/7, so when you call a pause, you're just paused in the middle of a fight. Looks like everything's all good though. And I think Ophelia goes down, so this might finally be a win for Husson. Oh, lower run. The dynamite over the shield is pretty clutch, but I don't think it's going to be quite enough. Husson's going to have to at least back around this corner. Not much you can do without the tank, so for the first time in this series, Husson takes the first fight. Unfortunately, due to lag, probably. But hey, maybe they would have won anyways, who knows. So Gizem's kind of fighting for the high ground. Lower on just trying to be an annoyance here on the off angle. And he definitely is taking down that soldier. Just like that, USM back in possession. Look at this positioning out of USM too. They want all of that space. They take the high ground. That soldier roll's not gonna do much, Ophelia. One swing of the axe. USM shutting down everything there. Team kill, ult's charged. Pretty good distance coming out too. It does stop here. They get that forward spawn. Just that gives Husson some time to regroup. Trilobite finds the first onto that Zen. It's a pretty important pick. I don't know if they had ult saved up or not, but Husson's actually spamming some stuff out here. USM is gonna go down to that. 4 kills between the 2 ults there. That's alright, USM doesn't waste anything. I don't think they're gonna give up lead either. They have that forward spawn, so they'll be right back in it. Great timing on that ult from Ophelia. Transcendence. It's not going to do anything when everybody's antied. So USM, with just the one ult, I think. Actually, I think they must use Bob as well. But still, 3 big ults saved up. And the robot back in their control. Oh, this end's gonna be in trouble. Actually, they aren't losing much health somehow. If really finds that Reaper though. I think Trilobite got slept on the ult there. So unfortunately not going to get uses out of that. Jay and Ophelia both going down. Auron's actually still doing plenty of damage though. What's going on here? It's just the Reaper to fight. That should be USM's fight to win. They still have Unknown Bow up as well, the Juno. I think maybe they... How does Lijiang get that? The Reaper thinks he's safe, but Lijiang's not missing shots today. Again, just he's been having crazy damage output. Now USM coming right up onto the final stretch. 2 ults, 2 support ults as well. Oh, Lijiang's finally getting taken out though. That flank from that soldier is pretty huge. Trilobite can punish it, but so yeah, it's a heavy hitter down for USM. He's on such low health. Oh, actually gets the Zen though before dying. This fight's so weird. I think it's gonna be USM's though. Oh, maybe not. Oh, it is. Finally, that tank goes down. USM just barely scraping by in some of these fights. Oh, Jay though, getting caught in front of the robot. Unfortunate. Looks like USM's probably just gonna call for the regroup now. So they come out on top of the fight, but Husson kind of ends up getting control anyways. We got another fight where USM comes out on top, but they're down some important players, so they're probably just going to call for the regroup. They have plenty of distance advantage right now. They don't need to get aggressive. As nice as it is to just push it all the way, USM probably just want to play advantage. That Reaper going for some kind of miracle ult, I guess. Doesn't work out. Oh. Trilobite's just not allowed to do these ults here. Keeps getting slept, I think. But Ophelia's is pretty big. Lijiang once again with that dynamite, just being this Zen's worst nightmare. Oh, Ophelia just doesn't realize that the support is still around the corner, I think. Now USM, the Walk of Shame back. They're back on the support ults though. Bob coming up as well. And Lijiang again, I missed it, but taking out the Zen. This guy has to be so upset. Yeah, someone needs to stop Lijiang here. Husson's just gonna have no chance. Ophelia as well. Rike. I didn't even notice the Rhine switch. It's good to see. Trilobite goes down. Maybe his team should have pulled up a little bit for him there, but it's all good. I don't think Ophelia's making it out of this room, unfortunately. Maybe. Nah. Unless he gets around that corner. And that's that. They still forward spawn. This is kind of funny. We just keep seeing USM get staggered a little bit, but then group up and just keep forward spawn. So, not too worried. Where's that visor at home? It's aimed at a particular person. Oh, USM gets that tank so low, but just barely can't finish the kill. And I think finally we see Husson actually fully win a fight. And I say that, but then the Shatter comes out and turns it around, so USM will be right back with that forward spawn in a second. I am sure they might have one more fight to win, actually. Oh, they're just leaving Robot even. Interesting. 40 seconds. I'm guessing Husson gets back with enough time. They actually might have to be a little bit staggered with that touch. We'll see. But USM sitting in a great position right now. The transfer the touch, I don't know how needed that was. I mean, I guess, no, honestly, it probably was at this point. Jay's actually the first to go down, although there's the tank pick. Almost everything going the way of USM. I think just the Ana. Ana, yeah, no chance there. USM, 3-0. Making it look pretty easy there. We'll see what we got for a play of the game. Ah, actually a Husson play of the game. Check it out. Cool stuff. So USM undefeated still. They win their semis. They move on to, sorry, no, they win their quarters. They move on to semis. And yeah, they've been looking so strong this season. I keep saying it, but I'll say it again. I think they're going to be going all the way here, at least to the finals. I don't know what their next matchup is, but with the way things have gone, I'm not too worried about it. USM, I don't think we have matches next week. I'm pretty sure ECAC takes the week off for Thanksgiving break, so just expect for the Thursday after. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 99%. So as always, thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for supporting USM, and see you all the week after the next.